Have you tried Thumbprint hash rosin yet? Because it is all of the rage with the heady hash boys that gotta have the latest and greatest and newest stuff. And while Thumbprint rosin isn't exactly a new consistency, I do think that it's really cool. And before I tell you why I think it's so great, I just gotta show you where the name Thumbprint rosin comes from, because it's actually like a common question. I'm like, bro, what? You never heard of thumbprint cookies? Bro, thumbprint cookies. You ever had these bad boys? You push your thumb down in there to create enough space so you can fill it up with jam. Honestly, I've just been scrolling pictures for a little bit. I think I'm gonna go pick up some thumbprint cookies later if I can find them. But thumbprint rosin uses a similar concept of pressing your thumb down in the batter and filling it up with jam. Yeah, they're really putting their thumb in your rosin. Okay, probably not. They're not sticking their thumb in your rosin. But Thumbprint rosin is taking two consistencies of rosin. You're taking cold cure rosin and jam, which cold cure rosin, they're just pressing it and then curing it in a cooler temperature. And rosin jam is treated with heat and a little bit of pressure to give you that jam looking sugary, crystally consistency. And the combination of the two gives you a really solid hash product, concentrate product. Now, I'm just going to show you a quick glance at the bottom of my lip balm jar, YouTube robots. Now, that's about as much as I can show you of the Thumbprint. I'll put a link in the description to a Rumble video where I get into it a little bit deeper. But I'm actually a big fan of the Thumbprint rosin. It's not something that they have at every shop here. I think I've only seen it at one Florida shop. And I've seen it online and I've seen it in other places. But it's something you got to go out of your way to make yourself or find. And it's not crazy. It's not anything crazy, right? It's just a combination of cold cure and jam. And it doesn't have to look exactly like a thumbprint cookie. You can just scoop a little bit of both and say you're getting a similar experience when you hit it. You just take a nice little jar, fill the outer ring with the cold cure, and they put the jam in the middle, just like on the cookie. Just like this guy right here. And it's actually funny. The first time I ever got rosin jam, I was like, I was going to go somewhere. I was going to go hit up the dab bar. And I threw it in my fanny pack, and I didn't realize that the jar got sideways. And like, I'm in Florida. It's not cold. But the jam heats up in the middle of the jar and all of it just melts out and gets onto the lid. The cold cure untouched, unscathed. It's still in the same spot, the same ring as when they put it in the jar. That's really holding up its consistency. But what's cool about Thumbprints is they're taking two things and they're combining them together to make something better. It's kind of like what they're telling you they're doing with moon rocks. Yeah, bro, we're taking our best bud, we're covering it in oil, and then we're rolling it in keef. And like, usually you can't see the bud, so it often ends up being like a lower quality bud that you wouldn't smoke otherwise. But with the Thumbprint, it's two things, and you can see both of the things. I can see the outer ring of the cold cure. I can see that inner pool of the rosin jam. And if one of them's lower quality than the other, I'm going to be able to see that. We're not hiding it inside. And look, with the Thumbprint rosin, having two strains in a jar is not new, but you know, mixing them together, putting them together. I've seen plenty of like sampler jars, 2, 3, 4 flavors in the jar. It's a little bit different than that. You're getting that fun experience of, look, that we gave you something visual, a cool picture you can put on your Instagram or Twitter. It's called X now! But I've had several jars of Thumbprint now, and it's a fun time. I lean towards getting like batter and cold cure. Sometimes I get jam, but oftentimes I find that when I have the jam, because it's treated with heat a little bit, I usually need a slightly higher temperature to get like a good hit out of it, or the best hit out of it, I should say. And when I have this combination of cold cure and rosin jam that's been treated with heat, I find that balance of the right temperature is not always there for me, but I'm still getting good hits. But there's been a few times I go for like a massive glob and there's just a lot of claim left over. And I'm like, oh yeah, dude, that was mostly rosin jam in that scoop. So if you want a closer look at the Thumbprint and you want to see me ripping it, check out the description and pinned comment. I link to a Rumble video over there. I go live 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, Twitch, Rumble, Kick. We're getting lit right now. Where are you at? Have a lit day, my dudes.